Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2014 Rockland Business Association Pinnacle Awards, presented by Active International, Good Samaritan Regional Medical Center, Sterling National Bank, and Atlantic Tomorrow's office. And now, please welcome the President and CEO of the Rockland Business Association, Mr. Al Samuels. The Chairman's Award for Overall Business Excellence, sponsored by TD Bank. From Rockland BOCES, Dr. Mary Jean Marsico.
Rockland BOCES has been rooted in the community in Rockland County for about 50, actually this will be our 55th year. And those roots really started with our workforce development operations, both on a high school and in our adult continuing education. Our students that we graduate are a direct feeder to small businesses in Rockland County. We have always and have tremendous data demonstrating our impact on the economic development in Rockland County. We are the local mechanic, we are the local electrician, we are the local healthcare provider.
The reason for picking Dr. Marsico was that I feel very strongly that the only way that we're going to have economic success is by having competent, well-trained, well-motivated employees. And that it can only happen if there's an educational environment that created so that they can do this.
Dr. Marsico has been with Rockland BOCES for 24 years, starting as a principal and advancing to her current position as superintendent 5 years ago.
Our goal as a BOCES is to further stimulate the economic development of the county. The children that attend our programs tend to be the children that stay in Rockland County. So it's our mission to make sure they're the best equipped, trained and educated individuals with the right educational background as well as the necessary soft skills when they enter that to make them sustainable in the industry they're going into.
It's a win-win situation because A, you get students that have an opportunity to get employment. B, you have businesses that can bring people in to discharge the jobs that they have available so that they can then produce product and services, which in essence increases their profits. So it's a win-win situation.
Rockland BOCES serves 6,000 adult continuing education students, 500 high school students, and 1,000 youngsters with disabilities. Her title may be superintendent, but is one of the larger employers in the county with more than 950 employees and an annual budget of $101 million. It's a big business.
As a BOCES superintendent, you really are a CEO because you're running multiple little businesses that collect revenue based on a charged tuition. We have to make sure we're providing the right program for the right business in Rockland County, and then we have to make sure that that curriculum meets all of the New York State standards. Then we have to go out and market and sell it to our component school districts. So it is a business.
The Chairman's Award winner for Overall Business Excellence, sponsored by TD Bank. From Rockland BOCES, Dr. Mary Jean Marsico. The President's Award for Service to the Rockland Business Association, sponsored by People's United Bank. From Atlantic Tomorrow's office, Larry Weiss. In 1982, Larry Weiss took over a business that had been around since 1959, but was in bankruptcy. Today, that business has more than 300 employees and 5 offices, serving customers in the tri-state area.
So Atlantic Tomorrow's office is an office technology company, all right, which means today anything involved with connectivity in the office environment is what we do.
Despite his company's large footprint, Larry Weiss's roots are in Rockland.
I lived 30 years in Rockland County. That's where I raised my family. We have about 38 employees that live in Rockland County. And Rockland County is very dear to me and my family and obviously our employees. Got involved with the RBA probably in the late 90s, early 2000, where we were supporting, some of their shows and some of the different, events that they had.
He seems to have a real affection for Rockland. He considers Rockland his home, even though he's not living here now, even though the business isn't physically headquartered here, but there's a real affection for Rockland, and God love him, there's a real affection for the RDA.
Well, 3 years ago, we bought a technology company that was in Rockland County, and one of my employees, Justin Schwartz, and two of them, and Doug Klickner, they said to me, we should call out, we should get this tech initiative back going again. Rockland County really needs it. So knowing Al, boom, he embraced it, he loved it, and we're flying high. I mean, we're doing really good. With Al's support, and this whole initiative is just taking on a tremendous amount of undercurrent and a lot of support by the RBA and the businesses that are supported.
It wouldn't have happened had Larry not helped create this new tech initiative.
I mean, it's now one of the major committees within the RBA, and provides the smaller businesses that may not have the answers to some of the technical questions that they may have and may not where to go, and if they know where to go, maybe it costs a lot of money. So here it's just a very informative group that helps each business understand technology and how they can use it better.
There's nothing other than who you see but this terrific guy who is a great member of the community, who's a great contributor to the community, and now has become a wonderful contributor to the RBA. In addition to that, Larry graciously accepted a seat on our board.
It's all a matter of timing. The tech initiative started. I got more involved with Al. Al gets you on the board, and it just becomes contagious. And so at this time in my life, this opportunity to give back more to Rockland County and to do more for the RBA and the business community, just makes sense at this moment. And I'm excited about, being a part of it.
The President's Award winner for service to the Rockland Business Association, sponsored by People's United Bank. From Atlantic Tomorrow's office, Larry Weiss. The Pinnacle Award for Corporate Citizenship, sponsored by the RBA. IBEW Local 363. With a membership 3,000 strong, Local 363 has made giving back to the community part of its core foundation.
Local 363, when we do give back to the community, we do it in a couple of ways. One is, of course, financially, where we support plenty of organizations in Rockland. The other thing that we do is our members will give their time and give their knowledge of the trade, and they'll give it for free. We've hung plenty of lights in churches, we've done a lot of hospital work, we do Habitat for Humanity, we've helped people that are just down and out, we're big on the seniors, and we're really big on the veterans. And you'd probably be hard-pressed to find a Little League field in the Hudson Valley that has not been raked by a Local 363 member.
Local 363 has been around since 1925 and in its nearly 90 years of existence has always been committed to community service.
To measure what we do over the years is very difficult to do. I can give you an example this way, is we probably have about 150 apprentices in our local, and each apprentice is required to do a minimum of 25 hours community service. So if you add that up, that's a lot of hours that we're putting in, and that's in addition to the financial, help that we give.
As the business manager of Local 363, Sam Fratto is quick to point out where any money they donate back to the community comes from.
It comes directly from our members, and our members give money out of their paychecks, so we can have the ability to help everybody in the community. So when my guys are working, part of their money, every hour that they work, is going towards our organization, that we could actually give some of that back. So anytime we're giving in a community service, it's our members were on a job working, and they gave that money out of their pay back to the union so we could give back to the community.
Meanwhile, the union's emphasis on giving back becomes contagious among its membership.
It's very surprising to see when people first get into the union, get into the apprenticeship, and you tell them that, listen, on a certain amount of Saturdays, you're going to go somewhere and you're going to work and you're not going to get paid. Now, at first, if nobody's ever been involved in an organization such as ours, you'd probably look at that and say, what do you mean I have to come to work Saturday and not get paid? But then after they participate, something changes in that person, and they all realize that, you know, there's a good to this, because you can't deny that our members are stepping up, and they're really showing that they want to be an important part of the community.
The Pinnacle Award winner for corporate citizenship, sponsored by the RBA. IBEW Local 363. The Pinnacle Award for Outstanding Achievement by a Nonprofit Organization, sponsored by Orange and Rockland Utilities. Arc of Rockland.
The Arc of Rockland County was established in 1955, celebrating its 60th anniversary this year. It's one of the larger nonprofits here in Rockland County. We support 1,200 people in the community, both children and adults, with a workforce of about 650 employees across some 30 locations. We have residential homes nestled in most of the towns in the community. You wouldn't even know we're there. And we're a $41 million organization. We're one of the larger nonprofits, and we're definitely in the top 20 employers in terms of size here in Rockland County.
Services from Arc of Rockland are individualized for each person, with the goal of keeping them as independent and active in the community as possible.
The Arc of Rockland prides itself on a lifetime of opportunities. So they start with young children at the age of 2 in the Primetime Early Learning Center. It's a child educational program, early intervention speech therapy programs. And then individuals move from there into school-age programming in our upper primetime school. We then move toward a post-high school program where individuals get continuing educational opportunities and community involvement with the ultimate goal toward employment in the community, active, meaningful employment. We provide coaching and supports those individuals. For those that are interested in living independently in the community, you know, we have a 30 home network, homes that vary in size from, you know, just a few people, 4 to larger homes, residences.
The success that Arc of Rockland has achieved for those they serve is undeniable, but it couldn't be possible without being a sound business organization.
And nonprofits don't always have to be perceived as inefficient, you know, places where, you know, we are mission-based. You know, we do have people that we support. We do have philosophy of service, but just because we're a nonprofit organization doesn't mean that we, you know, don't make wise business decisions. We operate like a corporate entity with passion and with heart, focused on the people that we support. And the organization wouldn't. It's celebrating 60 years, so I mean, it's made wise business decisions over those 60 years, and we hope to make them well into the future. You know, we touch lives every day in different ways, and you can't help but be moved when you see somebody who it really means a difference for them when they accomplish something. And again, it means something different for each person, and so we celebrate those moments here every day.
The Pinnacle Award winner for Outstanding Achievement by a Nonprofit Organization, sponsored by Orange and Rockland Utilities. Arc of Rockland. The Pinnacle Award for Outstanding Achievement by a Woman in Business, sponsored by the RBA. From St. Dominic's Home, Judith Kaiden. For 35 years and the last 9 as executive director, Judith Kaiden has made St. Dominic's Home her professional home.
Well, I started at St. Dominic's as an art therapist, and I ended up then going into special education, became a teacher in the school, was asked to develop the program for the developmentally disabled, and then became an associate executive director, and finally executive director.
She is the head of an organization that has been around for 135 years. St. Dominic's Home started out as an orphanage, but in 1979, its mission changed quite dramatically.
Well, today, St. Dominic's Home is a multifaceted human service agency, and we have over 800 employees. We have a budget of $50 million, and we are located in Rockland, Orange, and the Bronx. We have 5 major areas where we provide services to individuals. One is education. We have community-based services. We have programs for the developmentally disabled, and we have programs for the mentally ill. And the last one is foster care and adoption. And we today, we're very proud of our roots and of the heritage of the home, and we cling to that. And our mission is the same mission, but we respond in a different manner.
As for her rise through the organization, Judith always aspired to advance in her career.
I always wanted more. I was never satisfied with what I had, always wanted more. And I received 2 masters from Teachers College, Columbia along the way, and it just seemed like a natural fit. So, I did aspire for more, and thankfully I was able to achieve my goals.
And when she became the executive director, it wasn't unusual to be a woman in that position at St. Dominic's. It was, however, unusual for another reason.
This organization was founded by a woman. I'm actually the first lay person who's been in the position. So it's always been a Dominican sister. So I didn't, in that respect, I had a wonderful mentor in Sister Joseph Mary, who helped me along the way and really guided me, and she inspired me actually to do what I'm doing now. I learned to select the best people I can find to surround myself with, because I'm only as good as they are. I can't run a $50 million operation by myself. I can't be in 40 different sites by myself. So I need the best talent I can find. And I have it.
The Pinnacle Award winner for Outstanding Achievement by a Woman in Business, sponsored by the RBA. From St. Dominic's Home, Judith Kaiden. The Pinnacle Award for Excellence in Transportation, sponsored by Vanacore, De Benedictis, Di Giovanni, and Waddell. Brega Transport. It's hard to drive around Rockland County without seeing a bus with the Brega name on it.
The name Brega has been synonymous with bus transportation since 1939. It was created by Peter Brega, who was my grandfather. Brega Transport, the company that I own, started in 2002. We started a small transportation company, myself and my brother Jason as my general manager, and we started doing transportation for Camp Venture, a local nonprofit. It then blossomed and grew into basically our roots, which is school transportation. Then in 2013, Brega Transport was awarded by the County of Rockland the largest and most prized form of transportation, which is the Tappan Zee Express and Tour bus routes. So Brega Transport is basically the only transportation company within Rockland County that does every form of busing there is, from power transit to school bus to mass transit. There is no other company in the history of Rockland that has ever accomplished this feat.
Richard says he is extremely proud to be the 3rd generation of the Brega family to be in the bus business.
I was fortunate enough to be the oldest grandchild of Peter Brega, which gave me a number of years to spend with him. I don't think anybody could ever understand what that man offered me or gave me. And it was always his dream to build a very large maintenance and transit facility. And with the help of the state of New York, with the Empire Zone, with working with the town of Clarkstown, it was able to become a reality to build a 50,000 square foot facility. We are the largest and most state-of-the-art bus operation in Rockland County, and possibly one of the largest in the state of New York. And it's a really proud feeling that I was able to take the dreams and visions of my family and bring them to fruition.
Brega Transport operates 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. They've grown from 10 employees in the early days to an excess of 300 today.
One of the companies that I own that we run out of here is called Brega DOT Maintenance. We maintain basically the infrastructure of Rockland County, and what I mean by that is almost all of the school districts. We're the relief valve where we fix and maintain all their buses. Basically, every nonprofit in Rockland County comes here. We take care of United Water, Cablevision. We work with almost every highway department. We're maintaining approximately 420 vehicles a month for outside vendors.
The Pinnacle Award winner for Excellence in Transportation, sponsored by Vanacore, De Benedictis, Di Giovanni, and Waddell. Brega Transport.